Hi everyone, welcome to the online orientation and training for the Metro Arts Grant Review Panel. My name is Janine Cristiano. I am the Interim Grants Administrator for Metro Arts. Here is my contact information. Please do not hesitate to contact me with any questions or concerns regarding the grant panel. Please note that my mobile number is best for contact on the day of the panel review. During this training, I will give you an overview of the Metro Arts Department, the Metro Arts Grant Program, the grant categories, and instructions and logistics for the panel adjudication. Metro Arts Nashville Office of Arts and Culture is a department of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville-Davidson County and was created by Metro Charter in 1978. Metro Arts serves as the designated driver and facilitator of programs, policies, and practices that support our arts and cultural vibrancy. The Grants Program is one of three major programs provided by Metro Arts in addition to community programs and public art programs. The Grants Program reflects the values, mission, and vision of Metro Arts. It aligns with the Metro Arts theory of change that states that vibrant creative neighborhoods, a stronger creative workforce, and deeper cultural participation all contribute to providing a creative life for all Nashvillians. During the 2018 fiscal year, Metro Arts provided $2.47 million in support and funded 42 grantees who provided 1.2 million activities, served over 75,000 students in schools across the county, and served over 3.3 million total participants. Each year, we have more requests for funding than awards, making the grants a competitive process. The Grants Program is broken up into two main categories, operating support and project support. We will go into category definitions a little later in the presentation. The grant panel process can be broken down into three main stages: a preliminary assessment of each grant by volunteer citizen reviewers, a public review panel where applications are discussed and scores are finalized and reviewers can ask grant applicants clarification questions, and then scores are averaged, applications are ranked, draft allocations are proposed, and final determinations are made by the Arts Commission Grants Committee and voted on by the full Commission Board. All meetings are public. You are invited to, but not required to attend, the Grants Committee meeting and full Arts Commission meeting on June 20th. After the Commission votes, awards are released, and the work for the 2020 fiscal year begins July 1st. Basic and core grants support general operations of nonprofit arts organizations based in Nashville and Davidson County. Basic grants support arts organizations whose revenue is above $100,000 and is adjudicated every 3 years. Basic will not be judged this year. Core operating support funds support organizations whose annual budget is less than $100,000, or for organizations who would qualify for Basic but are not able to apply until that grant is adjudicated again. Arts Access is open to both arts and non-arts organizations. Awards support projects that engage at least one of Nashville's traditionally underinvested populations or neighborhoods in unique creative activities or art making. Underinvested populations or places may include one or more of the following groups listed here: projects must be led by an artist who has experience working with underinvested populations or neighborhoods. Expenses that qualify for funding include artist fees, public performance and exhibition costs, project-related promotion and marketing, arts consultants, guest teaching artist fees, material supplies, etc. Operating support applicants may apply in this category if their project is different from regular programming and has no overlapping funding sources or elements. Examples include projects that serve a different group than regular participants, a new program that is being piloted to increase participation, or a project that reaches only a specific underinvested group. Youth Arts Project Support Grants are also open to both arts and non-arts organizations. Our Youth Arts grants are separate from money allocated for the arts in MNPS or by private school. This category is open to arts and non-arts organizations that provide programming for youth up to 18 years of age. Projects funded in this category will encourage participation in the visual arts, craft, media, music, theater, dance, folk, or literary arts through events, performances, exhibits, classes, workshops, mentorship opportunities, and other arts programs. Eligible expenses include artist fees, public performance and exhibition costs, project-related promotion and marketing, arts consultants, teaching artist fees, materials, etc. Projects must be led by a teaching artist who has experience working with youth and be guided by an approach or process for teaching and or presenting art and operate outside of the regular school hours. Participants can include youth up to age 18 who are not enrolled in schools or are in alternative situations including homelessness or incarceration. Again, operation support applicants may apply in this category if their project is different from regular programming and has no overlapping funding sources. We also have two categories that are limited to art-specific organizations. This year, both of these categories will be scored on the same day by the same panel. Panelist is open to arts nonprofit organizations that are eligible for basic operating and core operating support grants. Funds awarded in this category will support projects that grow organizational capacity. Examples include projects that address or create cultural equity, organizational sustainability, succession planning, arts-focused workforce development, emergency preparedness, artist fellowships, residencies, etc. Expenses that qualify for funding include consulting fees, training opportunities, materials, supplies, etc. Creation is open to arts nonprofit organizations that are eligible for basic operating core operating support grants. Funds in this category support projects that grow artistic capacity through the creation of an original work. An original work is something that has not been previously completed, performed, or exhibited. The work can be any artistic genre and must include collaboration between individual artists and the arts organizations. Here's an overview of the program rules. There must be a dollar per dollar match. Organizations can apply to up to 3 applications. No other Metro funds can be used to support the project. Capital, including buildings or permanent equipment, will not be funded. There can be no religious content in the project, no political lobbying, reduction of debts, fundraisers, food and beverages will not be supported. Here's an overview of the grant panelist responsibilities. These responsibilities not only uphold the integrity of the grants process, they make the actual judging go much more smoothly and quickly during the day of the panel. You will be asked to state your conflicts of interest, take the review process seriously. This includes reviewing applications prior to the public panel date, adding your comments for each application, showing up on time to the public panel, contributing your thoughts to the discussion during the panel. You will ask to uphold the values and principles of the Metro Arts Strategic Plan and Equity Statement. Here's an overview of instructions for adjudicating a grant on a panel. You will log on to WebGrants once you receive your login information via email. Please review grant descriptions and scoring criteria. You will be asked to note any conflicts of interest. Then you will be asked to review all grant application materials, including narratives, proposed budget, support materials, and the givingmatters.com profile data. You'll provide a score and comments for each section of the application. Preliminary scores and comments must be completed prior to the panel day. On the panel review day, you will review and score applications with the other assigned panelists in a public meeting format. After all applications have been reviewed, each application will be assigned an average score. Then the panel will review these scores and vote to approve them before the panel meeting is adjourned. You will assign a numeric score that will range from 0 to 30 to each section of the application, which includes the art, the community, and the organization. The numeric ranges shown here correlate with the scoring descriptions described in the scoring guide. For a project to be exceptional, the applicant must comprehensively address an identifiable artistic and cultural need in the community. The applicant has provided overwhelming evidence throughout the application that demonstrates all of the funding criteria are met. The plans are clear, well-articulated, and appropriate. The budget is realistic, comprehensive, and carefully aligned with the narrative. For strong, the applicant strongly addresses the identifiable artistic and cultural need in the community. The applicant has provided clear evidence throughout the application. The plans are clear, well-articulated, and appropriate. The budget is realistic, comprehensive, and carefully aligned. For good, the applicant partially addresses an identifiable artistic and cultural need in the community. The applicant has provided adequate evidence throughout the application that demonstrates that the funding criteria are met. The plans are clear and appropriate, but not well expressed. The budget is realistic and reasonably aligned with the narrative. For fair, the applicant narrowly addresses an identifiable artistic and cultural need in the community. The applicant has provided insufficient evidence throughout the application that demonstrates that all funding criteria are met. The plans are appropriate but with limited detail. The budget is incomplete or not well aligned with the narrative. For inadequate, the applicant does not address the identifiable artistic and cultural need in the community. The applicant has not provided any evidence. The plans are not appropriate. The budget is incomplete or does not align with the narrative. Here's an overview of the 3 sections that you will be scoring. For community, we are looking to see that the applicant has created a project that is accessible to community, that the applicant understands the community, and that the project or work benefits the community. The art must have artistic and cultural merit, a strong artistic vision, and support the creative workforce, including professional artists. The organization has shown planning, strong leadership and governance, and organizational assessment. Additionally, the Catalyst grant asks for the applicant to provide evidence of a reflective analysis, significance, using an outside advisor or catalyst to help with the project, that the organization has the capacity to successfully complete the project, that there will be measurement included, and that the program is sustainable. You will receive at least 3 additional email notifications. You will receive an email with your username and password. You will also receive an email generated by WebGrants asking you to list your conflicts of interest. And then finally, after conflicts of interest are completed, you will receive an invitation to review your assigned applications. All reviews must be completed using the WebGrants grant management system. I will send you a separate email containing the link to our WebGrants and your individualized user ID and password. Once you log in, the menu looks like this. Please note, once you receive the Conflicts of Interest email, you will click on Conflicts of Interest. You will then be asked to review each application assigned to you and list your conflicts of interest and your expertise. After conflicts of interest have been entered, you will receive another email requesting you to review the applications. Once you log in, you will click on Reviews and begin to score the applications. Scores and comments will not be finalized until after the public panel meeting. Here's an overview of our panels, including dates, times, and locations, and number of applications per category. Please note, it takes anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes to review each grant. Please expect to spend anywhere from an hour and a half to 4 hours reviewing the grants prior to the public panel meeting. Also, please note, Core Operating Session 2 will take place in the Metro Office Building's DSC conference room on the first floor. All other grant panels will take place in the Fire Department headquarters. Also note that Arts Access Project Support will be reviewing 16 grant applications. Your time frame is listed from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Laptops will be provided. However, you may use your own laptop if you prefer. Please let me know of any food restrictions or allergies prior to the panel date. Also, please let me know your council district or address. If you have any additional questions, please email me or give me a call at the office at any time. Thank you so much.